It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. A home at Cessnock has been severely damaged by fire overnight. Firefighters from Cessnock and Bellbird responded to several O calls just after 1 this morning, arriving to find the front of the single-storey brick and tile home in O'Brien Street well alight. It took crews 3 hours to extinguish and mop up the fire, which caused extensive damage to 3 bedrooms. A female resident was treated at the scene for smoke inhalation. A man is due to front court today accused of assaulting paramedics and police at Belmont. Paramedics were called to a unit in Bellstone Avenue just before 2 o'clock yesterday morning to help a pregnant woman who'd gone into labour. However, the woman's 22-year-old partner allegedly became violent when she told him he couldn't go with her in the ambulance to hospital. Joanne Elliott from police headquarters says the man also lashed out at officers when they arrived a short time later.
He's now been charged with obstruct or hinder ambulance officer by act of violence, obstruct or hinder ambulance officer providing service to other, malicious damage to an ambulance, assault police, resist arrest and having custody of a knife in a public place.
Police are searching for the vandals responsible for a graffiti attack on the heritage facade of a servicemen's club in Newcastle. The words "No V8s" were spray painted over the front of the United Services Club in Watt Street, which is also serving as the Newcastle headquarters for Supercars Australia. It's hoped a nearby CCTV camera will help police identify who's responsible. The Land and Environment Court will hear evidence today on the site of a proposed expansion of the Soldiers Point Marina. The marina has taken Port Stephens Council to court over its decision to refuse a development application for the expansion. Soldiers Point Community Group President Jean Armstrong believes any expansion of the marina is likely to harm the sensitive biodiversity of the area.
The Soldiers Point Community Group submits that it cannot be proved that changes to the present channel in this narrow estuary and any further onshore development in the vicinity of the Soldiers Point Marina would not cause irreparable harm to the ecology of Soldiers Point.
The number of offences recorded for possession and trafficking of the drug have skyrocketed. They're up by 36% in Maitland, 25% in Newcastle and 21% in Port Stephens compared to the same time last year. It's prompted the state opposition to call for a drug summit to tackle the problem. The Airport Service Quality Survey shows Newcastle Airport's passengers have ranked its check-in processes the best in Australia and New Zealand. The airport has also been named in the top 3 airports for helpfulness and courtesy, while passengers say they feel safe and secure and appreciate the cleanliness of the airport. CEO Peter Cox says the people on the ground are finally getting the recognition they deserve.
Can't overemphasise, it's all the people on the ground. They're the real heroes out of this story, not me or our business. It's those frontline people. Just pleased to get the news out there about the kind of hard-working people that make it all happen.
Sport for our sponsor PRD Nationwide East Maitland.
Andrew Houle has stolen many of the headlines following the Newcastle Jets' loss to the Wanderers on Saturday. The young winger reacted poorly to his substitution midway through the second half and was blasted by assistant coach Clayton Zane on the sideline. Coach Mark Jones was curt when it came to discussing Houle.
The players they do as they're told. He gets substituted, he comes off and he's supposed to deal with that and take that. He didn't, and that's his problem now.
Will that impact on what happens the next couple of weeks, mate?
Perhaps.
There are concerns for Knights 50-gamer Sione Matautia after a double head knock in Saturday's loss to the Sharks. Head knocks either side of half-time had the youngster in all sorts of trouble, and he was removed from the game in the 47th minute for further medical attention. And the Hunter Hurricanes mounted an almighty comeback yesterday in their final match of the National Water Polo League, coming from 8-1 down to defeat the Adelaide Jets 12-10 at Newcastle Harbour. And the winning numbers in Weekend Lotto are 34, 24, 32, 20, 37 and 16, and the supplementaries are 45 and 4. 2NURFM News Time 26 to 9.